Tonight's first demo is Draco and the Seven Scales. Not the Seven Seas, but the Seven Scales. Set sail on a voyage full of pirates, dark magic, and the thrill of discovery. Draco and the Seven Scales is a retro-inspired adventure that harkens back to an age of top-down dungeon crawlers and lovable, crunchy pixel art. I mean, if you look at the HUD, it's pretty freaking obvious what it's going for. This is effectively Link's Awakening, except also ships. So, it's what if Link's Awakening and East 10 were smashed together, apparently. As long as it's more Link's Awakening than East 10, that might be okay. That'll be something we find out. But, like, even if I'm not the biggest Zelda fan ever, this couldn't not catch my eye. I have to try it. Ice Goat Games apparently have, like, one other game under their belts, like, 5 or 6 years ago, which is called Friend Fighters, which looks even more silly than it sounds, actually. So, that's... I'm not even gonna think about what's happening there. That's probably not the greatest indicator of what this is gonna be like. This looks like it's, taking itself a bit more seriously than that. But let's scroll down. Release date is Q3 2026, tentatively. About this game, take on the role of a pirate captain as he sets sail to save his greatest treasure of all. Draco and the Seven Scales is a retro-inspired adventure that... Okay, that part is the same as what was at the top of the page. Melodic shanties will guide your way through this sprawling world full of dangerous enemies, items to collect, and a dark force that seeks to corrupt. Will you break free from a Kraken's dooming bargain, or be another victim? Explore by land and sea. Switch between traveling on foot and sailing your ship to discover all the secrets of an expansive overworld. There are variable paths through the Seven Seas, and with each route you'll discover new dungeons, items, and challenging puzzles that will require interacting with the world in both forms. Defeat fearsome bosses. In each dungeon, mighty foes will test your skills in combat through dynamic battles over land and sea. Show off your mastery in epic battles against the Great Macaw of Paradise, your rival Captain Henny, Her Majesty's Royal Armada, and more. Meet the locals. Along your journey, you'll encounter quirky characters with their own stories to tell. Take a moment to chat. Some may ask for your assistance with the promise of treasure as a reward. Game features. 7 classic top-down dungeons crawling with enemies, items, and puzzles. Powerful upgrades to enhance your ship's capabilities and cannon prowess. Over 15 unique items to collect that will assist you in combat, puzzle solving, and fishing. That's true. I mean, it's Link's Awakening, which already had fishing, but it's also Boat Game, which will presumably have even more fishing. Amazing Game Boy-inspired pixel art with colorful twists developed by artist Manelson. A soundtrack full of melodic shanties composed by Tohomoko with different themes to immerse you in each area you explore. Real talk, this theme going on right now. Also, I just realized my camera isn't running. I could have sworn I ran the camera. Apparently I didn't. While I'm starting that, though, the thing I was going to say is... this music feels very Shovel Knight theme adjacent. Cause like if you listen for it, like it's kind of like the end part of the Shovel Knight theme. Okay, let me just make sure my camera's actually gonna work. There we go. Okay, this is the second night in a row I forgot to start the camera. Except last time I caught it before I started reading the store page. System requirements. Minimum OS, Windows 7, 8, 10, or 11. So Windows 7 is supported. Again, the best version of Windows. Memory 2 gigs of RAM. Yeah, this isn't using too much memory from the looks of it. Graphics, 128 megabytes. Doesn't say anything about what kind of card you need, but it says you need 128 megabytes. I'm assuming even internal graphics would be fine for this. 3 gigs of storage space. Hang on a second. Hold the phone. How big is this demo? The demo is 220 megabytes. 3 gigs seems like a lot. Honestly, even 220 megabytes seems like a lot, but I'm actually kind of curious. If you listened really closely right there, there was an audible, like, gap as the music looped, which suggests that the music might not be, like, actually run through a synthesizer in-game. It might actually be audio files, which seems like it would be a blatant waste of resources, like, in terms of disk space, because, like, you should be able to get completely lossless synthesizer for music like this. That seems very strange. But yeah, I wanted to check one thing. I wanted to look up these artists to see if there's any obvious correlations to other stuff. We've got, yeah, quite a few different game OSTs here. That's pretty cool. I want a Vespa, don't we all? So that's pretty neat. Might have to check out more of this stuff at some point. Anyway, let's venture into the game. So it does have both keyboard and controller support. As soon as I just wiggled the gamepad analog stick, it just switched to controller input prompts there. So we do have settings. There is an arrow to the right of the active menu item, but the menu item is also indented. The arrow is kind of easy to miss when it's overlapping the ship. I kind of didn't notice it until I, like, went down to exit when I was testing this before. But going through the settings briefly, you've got your language select, with various options. You've got Brazilian Portuguese. You've got Japanese, which is written all in... Wait. Yeah, but it's written all in hiragana. You've got Chinese, you've got Spanish, and that's the extent of your options. You've got a screen shake toggle, so that's always a respectable thing to see. You've also got a colorblind mode, which specifically says it displays symbols for color-based puzzles. Which, I'm going to turn this on just so we can see what the symbols look like, because it's probably a very good idea. There's also, if you want to turn this into bullet hell, apparently you're allowed to do that. Bullets deal 999 damage if you turn on deadly bullets. I'm not going to turn that on. But yeah, you've got that if you want to make the game harder, at least in parts. I don't know if that applies to both seafaring and land-based combat, or just one or the other. So you do have your individual volume sliders in here. I actually had to increase my desktop audio in the mixer in OBS because the loudest this goes is still kind of quiet. On display, you've got full screen toggle. You can change which monitor it goes to. That's a nice thing to see them actually think about. You've got game scale, which I swear didn't say 7 before, but that might have been like right when I first checked this box, and it might not have updated until later. And you can toggle VSync. And then you can rebind the keyboard bindings, but you cannot rebind the controller bindings. Like, I tried, like, activating this prompt, and it does not listen to gamepad inputs. But in terms of what buttons we have, you've got your movement, you've got primary and secondary, you've got menu, map, shortcut, and key items. Hopefully the game will introduce those in a way that is easy to learn on controller. It would be nice if you could rebind them on controller, too, because not everyone has the same kind of controller. Anyway, let's start the timer and start the game. Great, he's out cold again. Hey, Captain, wake up! Ugh. Where am I? Is that Yifei? Oh good, you're awake. Yes, it's me. Alright, apparently we were Faye, and I was not, using any kind of voice suitable for that. We're in Cephalo Cave. Don't you remember? I'm taking you to my master. You wanted to save you... I remember. That's enough. Order Spirit, why am I in a cell? I thought I was joking, and, you know, mostly inaccurate when I said maybe this will partially be East 10, but we're already in fucking jail, so it could very well be East-inspired. Some other pirates showed up and attacked you and your crew. Listen! Oh, god damn it. Dude, it's supposed to be like Link's Awakening, not Ocarina of Time. You really don't have to do listen. I'll scout ahead and find your crew and ship. There's a button under those pots in the corner. Move up against them and press A or B to lift. Either one. Be quick about it. My master's waiting. Wait, who is your master? Okay. Those are very not pot pickup and heart pickup sounds. Interesting. You cannot pick up a pot just by standing next to it. You actually have to move towards it. You can see that it actually does override both your A and B inputs. But for some reason, the pot pickup sound sounds like a jumping sound. And then the pot throw sound is basically a reverse jumping sound. Okay, those sounds are reasonable at least. But yeah, this seems very, very Link's Awakening. You found a cutlass. Equip this item with the menu button. Right, A and B. I'm pressing A and X instinctively. But my options are A and B. And basically, you press whichever button it is again to store it. Okay. I actually don't remember how it worked on Link's Awakening because I haven't played Link's Awakening in forever. So... I'm not sure why the menu button has, like, a navigator icon when all it does is close the menu. So there's your map. Oh, and you've got, like, dungeon and then overworld, presumably. I'm guessing that's how it's split up. It's almost like Blaster Master. Although Blaster Master, you could get out of the vehicle, but you generally only wanted to do that when you were going indoors somewhere anyway. And then what does right bumper do? It's weird how you can't consistently use... Okay, it's always a toggle. Right bumper always does that. So it shows these options at the bottom of the screen, but they're really things you can always do. And then you can save, I guess, at any point in time. You've got your options again accessible here, and then that's presumably exit to menu. I'm not going to hit that right now. Both A and X interact with icons. You actually do have to press the menu button to get out of there. So you can use the analog stick, and you can move diagonally. And you're not, like, limited to the grid or anything. Oh, wait, can I attack this? I sure can. Okay. The scroll speed between rooms seems really fast, which to an extent I can respect, but also it would be nice if he could just, like, opt to not do it, or either slow it down or make it instantaneous. Are we pushing things? We're pushing things. There's our keys. I mean, all the sounds, you know, sound on theme in terms of, like, they sound like Game Boy noises, but they sound, like, very simple for the most part. Clearly we need to do that from the other side. Does that reset? No, I might be screwed. Or maybe that's actually what I was supposed to do from that direction. We need progression for that, or we need to find another way over there. Uh-oh. I no longer have control.
Ah, just the pirate captain I was looking for. It looks like your ship is out on the open waters of the cave.
You expect me to swim there, Fag? You know pirates can't swim.
Don't worry, I found something that'll help you out. If you keep going east, there's a special treasure. Be wary, though. The other pirate captain waits for you.
Aye, I'll be ready.
I'm off to my master. Good luck, Captain.
Alright, well, we can only go one way from here. So what am I doing? Actually, apparently A and X just straight up do the same thing. So I guess maybe A and X do the same thing and B and Y do the same thing. It would be nice if it would be really nice if you could rebind that. What am I supposed to do from here? You can't, like, hold the sword out. Also, why does our dude get bloated when I run up against a wall? And that even happens if I'm, like... It'll, like, cancel the attack animation, too. Or maybe not. Maybe it's only... Maybe it's only if it's already at the end of the animation. Yeah, so what am I doing here? Because it sure seems like I don't have any other options. What does my map look like? Does this show... Okay, yeah, it shows keys down there. Oh, duh, I could have just gone that way. Shiver me timbers. 10 doubloons. A fine hole. Oh, here's the treasure, I guess. You found a flintlock. Looks like it has unlimited ammo. Well, that's convenient. No suspicions whatsoever there. Oh, I gotta shoot the switch. Slowest bullet I've ever seen in my life. I wonder if I could have gotten, like, a different message if I had done that first, because I assume I could have done that first, and now we have progression for this. Interesting that that toggled another platform. Okay, you can toggle it both ways. The fire rate on this seems to be very slow. Hey, Abrasados. Yeah, I mean, this seems like a promising one. Uh-oh. Alright, I have to push this out of the way so I can oh, I have to push it that way, onto that thing. I guess that always kind of gives you an indicator of where things can be pushed. Very Game Boy, but, I feel like some of the sounds could be more elaborate than they are. Because, like, the sound when you pick up a pot sounds like a jumping sound. And the sound when you pick up a heart is just a beep, essentially. What's the deal with all these? Oh, it might just be the predecessor to the, or precursor to the room with the other pirate. Ah, it seems you've finally woken up. Annie, don't get in me way. Oh, you don't know what you're dealing with, old friend. The power we've been given. Me crew and I could rule all the 7 seas. You're nothing but a bilgewater baboon, Henny. Oh, still got that tongue, eh? Fine, let our swords do the talking. Okay, I'd rather bring a gun to a knife fight. Yeah, you have a longer sword than I do, so I think I'm just gonna shoot you a lot. Wait, now he's telling me to talk to the hand. He always does 5 jumps, it seems like. Nope, 6 jumps. I lucked out there, ow. Alright, he only does half a heart of damage, which is less than I expected. The frickin' star noise. I'm kind of at his mercy as to whether he jumps in my direction or not after I attack him. Cool, I was hitting him from behind. Or rather, like, in back of me. Oh my god. My wingspan leaves much to be desired in this fight. Yeah, see, I got hit that time. Doesn't feel like the best designed fight. He only jumped 4 times that time. I really should just shoot the dumbass. Like, I'm guaranteed to get the hit in if I shoot him. Never mind. He exploded, apparently. You found the Zephyr Whistle. Well, we already got the ocarina. Activate this item with left bumper. Use it to return to your ship at any time. I like how we have I in the yes-no menu. See, it would have made more sense if I had shot him. I would have thought it was actually, like, appropriate because I shot him. But no, it happens even when you hit him with the sword. My ship also gets bloated when I bonk into things. I see a rock down there at the bottom left, and that immediately makes me suspicious. Yeah, there's supposed to be a transition there. Alright, yep, can't use the gun in the boat. It needs its own... Of course I can't go through there. I guess I can disembark here? Yep. Oh, you scalawags really messed up this time. Captain! You know what happened? We were on the ship, and then suddenly we woke up on this cell. That's what happened to the captain, too. Seems we were attacked by Henny and his mates. I took care of that lot myself. Aye, that's our captain. I'm sure you gave him the old 1-2, Captain. Only a chump-smelling codpiece would dare challenge our captain. Aye, enough dilly-dallying. On to the ship. Yes, sir. Your crew boards the ship and takes their positions to sail. You can now use the ship's cannon. Okay. Equip the side. You have to equip it, though. The cannons fell off. I can't believe it. Half the crew is still missing. Better keep looking. Okay, so this is also... Oh, I can't actually walk into there, even though the door is blatantly wide open now. This is also... Yeah, so I've been making the joke that this is Link's Awakening meets East 10. Oh, right. I need to equip this now so that I can get out of here without taking damage, I assume. Wait. Why? Okay, of course it's on the side of the ship. That's kind of weird, though. I mean, like, it's weird gameplay-wise. It makes sense if you think about it from, you know, the ship's perspective. But then our ship heals from hearts. That doesn't make any sense. I appreciate that it indicates, like, which side it's going to shoot from. I am kind of curious about one thing. It changes which side it shoots from. Okay. But I can't assign it to both sides, though. It has to be on one. That's awkward as hell, dude. It's like, it might as well just let me aim it forwards, even though that doesn't make sense for a ship. Right. Wait, hang on. We have to try things here. That's money. Okay, no, we can't shoot rocks. Awfully nice of them to die in one hit. I don't know what that is. It might be one way. We can go up there, but let's take a look around first. If I go that way, I might regret it. I gotta remember I can save, like, whenever I want. Well, there's more crewmates, I guess. There's the rest of you. Captain! Get on back to the ship. Yes, sir! The rest of your crew boards the ship with a fight in their eyes. You can now use the ship's large cannon. Oh, we have two different types of cannons. Maybe that lets us shoot rocks. Meanwhile, what's over here? I can't push anything else, though. I can push that, but... Okay, no, that does help. It's gotta be this one, which unblocks that, right? Okay. Wait! Oh, did I break one with the other? I don't know what happened there. The fourth one just disappeared. I was wondering if it was going to be literally this. Yo, you led your shot there. Damn, that's rude. When exactly are they committing to their direction? Because, like, I just keep moving, and sometimes they get me anyway. You found a dungeon map. I didn't even know we were in a dungeon, dude. Oh, it's all interconnected, isn't it? It's, this is funny, because I was just playing a different game yesterday that also has, like, an interconnected underworld versus overworld map. I need to get back to the game I was playing yesterday. I didn't nearly have time to finish the demo. But, I'll probably save that for next week or something. So how do I not eat shit here? Well, let's equip the large cannon first. Wait, is that actually the same thing? Was the other one... No, it's a different thing. Okay. Okay. Not sure what I expected. Okay, you can destroy rocks now. This is gonna be annoying, though, like, having to remember which direction I need to point. What the... Oh, is there a... There's a cooldown on it. There's a little meter that's, like, 1 pixel high. That shows you the cooldown of each weapon. And the cooldown is faster on the small cannon. Okay, did we just wrap around? I think we just wrapped around. Yeah, now we can go down there. But, was there something else that I didn't do yet? I feel like there was something else I didn't do yet. Okay, we can't go up there, though. Did I go here, though? I don't know that I went here. We might not be able to do anything there yet. Yep, we need to... we need to... I can't believe we need to be able to bring the large cannon with us. Of course, I'm sure that's not quite how that works. Which one? Did you mean the thing I equipped, or... I'm realizing I saw that message kind of late. So which one do I have the large cannon on? That's on A, which means I have to turn left to shoot down. Like, making it so you have to think extra hard about shooting doesn't feel great. This also doesn't feel great. Oh, the game that I played yesterday. The King's Word. It is a very comedically written, sort of Diablo-like. Some of the lore is a little too real. You found the boss key. I didn't know we were looking for a boss key. Time to feed them to the fishes. Oh, this actually is revisiting where I was to start with. Wow, okay. Yeah, that's fascinating. It's like everything is one big dungeon. Except it can't be one big dungeon because, like... I guess more accurately, perhaps, yeah, Cephalo Cave is one big dungeon and has both. So I was thinking of the ship area as overworld and the on-foot area as underworld, but that's not quite what it is then. It's basically like floors. I wonder if this is for that other door I saw then. Which, it was not obvious that that needed a boss key. This is the wrong place. That is seemingly not what that actually is. We do have a big icon that shows the boss key there, though. This feels like... So this room seems like the only place with something that... Wait, hang on a second. Is this more obvious than I think it is? Is this fourth wall breaking, kind of? It is. I assumed I needed something to actually, like, get through the rocks, but no, I actually used the thing that I have to get through the rocks. It's just that you do it from the other map, where the rock... Where this kind of rock appears on the other map, representing the bigger rock on this map. That feels a little bit strange. Like, you can argue that it's clever, you could also argue, and I would argue that it might be overly clever. What did that do? Oh, it made the... What? Oh, hang on. This one fires less often. I got fucking hit by it anyway. Okay, so it pauses for 2 cycles, which is just enough to get over there. Oh, that's better. Okay. Are you kidding me? I'm acting like I need to push that. That's not the type of tile for pushing things onto another tile. What the heck are you? Still trying to figure out what that enemy's deal was. Also, what's going on above this room? Seems like I just stopped something. Oh, that's the thing that we saw on the map. Okay. It was like a windmill or something. Can't believe this isn't... I can't believe this is Crystallis. And you can use keys that you found in the on foot section in the seafaring section. Okay, now there's 2 more of them there that we need to shut down, I guess. I don't think I can go up here at all. Wow, this is actually kind of baffling. Okay, I can hit a switch in here. That might open it. Okay, there you go. So, yeah, it makes more sense to think of this as a different floor rather than a, like, different layer altogether. Uh-oh. There's another rock. Well, now I know what the deal with that is. Feels like it's in a really awkward place to hit it. That doesn't work. Apparently that does, even though that seems extremely awkward, like I was halfway off the tile. That seems a bit strange. The pots come back, so you might be able to get more stuff. I don't know if the stuff doesn't regenerate. What? Oh. It's a statue that talks. Oh captain, when the challenge is too great to overcome, I offer counsel. Oh, it's the freaking intercoms from Link to the Past or Link's Awakening. Oh, but you have to pay. Alright. Let's not for now. And it was kind of rude of us to just blatantly refuse, but... at least they were nice about, well, if you change your mind. Cool, the recoil almost just dunked me. Okay, but now what? Oh, it also frickin' materialized a thing all the way over there. Wait a minute. Yeah, so there's 2 different toggles going on here. I didn't even realize that was sitting there. I was just going to hit the switch. You found a compass. View chests, the boss room, and ship docks. Oh, well, that might be helpful. Oh my god, that's exactly what I wanted. Imagine the compass from all the Zelda games, but they made it actually have a useful feature. Namely, you can tell where the crap things connect now. I mean, that's basically saying... what if the Zelda map didn't show staircases by default? Actually, wait. I forget. Do Zelda maps tend to show staircases or not? I actually forget now because it's been so freaking long. And it also shows you, like, where your ship is at, I guess. That's what that triangular thing is. Some do? Okay. Okay, but what I also wanted to do was get over to the right. Wrong button. Okay, but also, oh, well, that didn't work. Can I outrun this? Or... I almost dunked myself again. No, I actually need that one, though. Oh my god, come on. There's probably a more intended way to do this. Or... that works, alright, sure. There's way too much crap that's predicated on being halfway on a tile. Oh, hello. Okay, cool, but I can hit you and you can't hit me. I feel like I'm playing Bomberman now. that stops another one. Oh no, now I gotta get back, though. Having to wait for the reload is a little bit unfortunate. Alright, so now I need to do the one on the right. Which comes from the north? Probably comes from here. I was kind of suspicious about that path, gonna be honest. Ow. Oh. Hi. Why is... Okay, so the amount varies. I push these anywhere? There is technically like an eye thing there. I do have 27 doubloons. 3 is a lot cheaper than 10. And I assume, like, each one is, like, specific to the room that it's in. But yeah, are we doing something overly clever again? That is making us seem soft lock? Look at the map. Every time I try to press the button and I can't shoot yet, it shakes the thing in the bottom of the UI. Alright, I might be paying up for this one. I'm gonna look around the room one more time. Nothing is prompting me at all. Wait. Why did I just see the icons switch? Oh, maybe because I, like, held right by accident? Alright, let's test the hint system. Captain in a bind must remember that... Oh. Fair play! I never fucking remember to use, you know, warp back to town items. But they're literally soft-locking you and requiring you to warp back to the ship? Like, on the one hand, I feel like they're specifically calling me out because I forget to ever bother doing that. But on the other hand... it seems really silly to do that. Like, it feels like the only reason they would... Wait. Oh, right, now we're in the ship, so it's like I wanted to, like, re-equip what I had equipped, but I can't do that because I'm on the boat now. That feels a little not great as well. But, yeah, like, that makes it seem like there are going to be situations that the game intends to soft-lock the player. Maybe only if the player screws up, but, like, basically you're going to have to return to the ship at some point. And that's gonna really suck if it's a situation where you've, like, gone through 5 rooms and then there's a puzzle room that is possible to soft lock in. Like, that would not be good game design. So I'm a little bit worried if they're, like, trying to make me more cognizant of that for that reason. I can't spill you. What in the gods' fey? Terrible magic lies ahead, but I must keep going. They just gave me health back. Okay. Well, that obviously needed the boss key. Alright, let's check. Does that... No, it doesn't make it disappear. It's still there. Okay. Oh, hello. I couldn't hit it yet. It's one of those bosses that you have to wait for it to be vulnerable. dropping coins, but I kind of have to find an opportune moment to get in there. I think I only got credit for one of those. Hello? I'm supposed to go onto it? Oh, fascinating. I can just walk on the eyeball. Alright, no big deal. Oh, okay. We saw this on the store page, I think. They're telling you to use the whistle. Once again, they are reminding you to use the whistle, so perhaps that is why that other thing just happened. Oh. Well, I'm not getting that coin. I'm guessing it doesn't actually matter which cannon I use. Oh, hello, what's going on here? Mashing on this does not work very well. Like, it doesn't seem to buffer. It seems like there's just a dead time where your input doesn't count. Oh, hello, you're down there now. I didn't realize the eyes were already out. Alright, what have we got this time? Same thing as last time. You're not telling me to return this time. That time they chose to go down with it. That doesn't seem nice. I mean, I couldn't move, by the way. I still can't move. You were a fool for coming here, human. What is it that you seek? I think I'm still advancing this manually. I want to strike a bargain with you. You think you can stand here as my equal? It is too late for you now. I can feel your power taking hold of me, but it doesn't matter. I know what you're after. I can help. If you just save her, I will do your bid. Cool, we're selling our soul to the devil. How I despise your kind, but you would serve me well. Very well. Oh. Real shit mode. Okay, but why are your eyes all shaped like Nike logos? We will form a pact. We will, in fact, just do it. Find me the 7 scales. Your life for the child. You will regret this, human. You're actually telling him that right up front? At least it's being honest. It's already more honest than AI bros. I must make this choice. Please save her. So clearly our captain has some backstory. I had a feeling that was the entire demo. Okay. I feel like that's kind of unfortunate, honestly, because, like, you just basically revealed that we might hate the main character's guts. Because it sure sounds like he's either selling his soul or selling the entire world up the river. Because, I mean, you can't possibly think that giving 7 scales to whatever that thing was is gonna be good for anybody. Okay, now we're back to that. That's what comes up before the title screen. They have to do their little "I can't believe it's not Game Boy" intro. Well, it could be neat. I'm not entirely sold on it because, like, having to... It's not insurmountable, but it feels like unnecessary friction to have to remember, okay, I want to use, you know, the big gun or the small gun. Which way do I turn my ship? Because I'd rather just face the way I want to shoot and do it. Which is what you would do in basically any other game of this type. Which, I mean, like... Again, fair enough, it's a boat. It's a ship. Of course the cannons are going to be on the sides. I did play East 10. It also had, you know, ocean fights where you had to line up things on the sides, but that also wasn't a you immediately snap to cardinal directions kind of game, which I feel kind of accentuates the issue. Because you don't expect the whole 90-degree angle thinking in a game that just has cardinal direction instantaneous movement. So that feels a little awkward. There were the one or two clever things it did that on the one hand seem neat, but on the other hand seem, I don't know, maybe a little bit dubious when you're playing it for the first time. So yeah, like I said, not completely sold on it, but it does seem like it's presented fairly well. This is one of those that, like, I would really have to see how the game scales. No pun intended. I swear I've used that line before for other games that don't literally have the word scales in their title. But this is one of those games where I would like to understand more about how the game will scale before I would necessarily commit to it. It also might be a relatively short game, though. Like, another thing we didn't get a sense for there whatsoever was how big, like, if there's an overworld, I'm pretty sure the store page mentioned an overworld. Originally, like, when I first started playing this, I was assuming that when we were on the ship that was the overworld, but it's not. It's still part of the dungeon. I would like to understand how big the overworld is. That might go a long way towards understanding the scale of the game. And we don't get a sense of that at all from the demo. Yeah, it says an expansive overworld, so I would have to hold them to that. But it's still a pretty promising initial showing, even if I can't necessarily glean too much about the extent of the full game from it. But certainly seems like a solid game at least. And again, this is slated for Q3 of this year, so it'll be at least a few months before we see the full thing. But that's Draco and the 7 Scales.